Praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Shem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect Aki. I wanted to get into one of the aspects of oppression here in Esau, Edom's regime, which is a global hegemony, as it reads in Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked being the modern day Caucasians, which are the so-called white men, which are the descendants of the biblical Edomites. Okay, when you go into the track record of Esau, he's the main perpetrator of forced assimilation of people when he's been in his power, when he's been in rulership, in his power structures in history. He's been the main perpetrator of forcing the nations that were under him, as subjects, so to speak, to abandon their customs and their heritage, all right, under the penalty of death, and to follow his ways, okay? And this started off with Antiochus Epiphanes and the first Edomite Empire, the Greeks, all right, known as the Greco-Romans, okay? And just as in that time, in this time, he's forced his ways upon the people, all right? But this was all a doing of the Lord, of us being fucking conquered, all right, for the sins of our nation, man, for a whoring from the Most High. But this indeed is a revitalization of that Roman pagan Roman Empire, okay, that last greatest, that last great, so to speak, uh, Edomite Empire, all right, before the Renaissance era, before he took over in the Renaissance era, man. Okay, this is in 2nd Edges 11-39. Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I have made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? All right, those are the biblical Edomites, man. The modern day Caucasians, which are the wicked. Okay, and this guy, as like Job said, he wouldn't allow to be with his animals or with his dogs. Okay, uh, as him being a fucking a deviant cretin that he is. All right, a boy lover and a natural born Mo. He can't have real Israelite men, masculine uh, Israelite spirited men in his society. Okay, going back here in Micah 2:2. All right, as we know this to be the wicked, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay, so one of the aspects of him oppressing a man's heritage, uh, focusing specifically on the manhood of his subjects, primarily that of the Israelites. Okay, it is of his primary objective to subdue and suppress the manhood of an Israelite. Okay, going into our heritage, which and our customs, which embody ultimate manhood when you go into these scriptures. And that starts with allegiance to our power. Okay, what could be more masculine? Which when you just go into that, it goes into being aggressive. It goes into being virile. Okay, to being fucking really to being able to decimate. Okay, which when you go into our heritage as Israelites, we were able to do from an early age. All right, the art and skill of ending a man's life. Okay, the art of war, and proficient in battle. Okay, and he definitely can't have that, which would lead to an uprising. You see, but this is all doing of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because we went off as a nation, but ultimately it was in the Most High's plan to exalt this nation. Okay, that is currently still in captivity and being subdued by this man, the men of our nation. But the Most High is commencing an uprising through the elect. All right, men that have come back into their masculinity, their true manhood, ultimate manhood, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which starts with allegiance to the Most High. Okay, what is more masculine and aggressive? Like I just mentioned, the art of war, but what more powerful than having Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai at your side? Well, really, uh, like I said, all is done by Him. All is controlled by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to give you the victory in battle. Okay, or like men in the scriptures have done, for example, call down fire from heaven to destroy your enemies. Okay, so it starts, that ultimate manhood starts with allegiance to our power, which he definitely can't have. All right, which is the real knowledge, understanding of these scriptures starts with. All right, which is a whole nother thing of the oppression and him pretty much fucking uh, hiding our identity from us. Okay, but once again, the Most High is unlocked to men through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, for his uprising. Okay, for the gathering of his elect, which are going to be ultimately are going to do just that. What this man fears, they're going to fucking destroy him. Okay, first with the consuming of the spirit by the spirit of the Most High's mouth. Okay, and then through hunting and destroying. All right, as well as bringing into captivity to these fucking devils, man. All right, but in this society, it's one of his main objectives in this forced assimilation. Okay, forcing us to abandon our customs, our heritage, is mainly masculinity, man, our manhood, allegiance to Yahweh Shai, and then everything else that comes in our heritage. What? Uh, um, Having a standing army, skilled in the art of war. Okay, um, having autonomy and control over your household. All right, having wives and concubines, which brought forth uh, a multiplied household. Okay, really, when you think about it, fucking a tribe almost. Each man brought out with all the wives and concubines and the autonomy land. Okay, and then of course that seizures, if you know what I mean. Okay, which there's no fucking dinner in a movie, or you know what I say, some pickup lines or some other bullshit. Okay, it's just humbling. Okay, nothing but seizures. That being a part of our heritage. Okay, so all these things he has forced us to tone down our manhood. Okay, it goes into being aggressive. All right, we've got to tone down our aggression. You see, our virility in the society, or else he brings upon a death of you. All right, what they call a social death, a death of character, which is it's called to assassinate someone's character. All right, they'll kill your bag, which is likened unto them adversely affecting your ability to provide for yourself and your household. your family. Okay, they they will a lot of times lock you up. Who's in the just for Jake's aggression and just sometimes if law enforcement personnel, if these motherfuckers just don't like you, if a pig, if he just doesn't fucking like you, he'll get you on some shit, right? So that's widely, um, is, you know, Jake is oppressed with as it pertains to him not being able to be a fucking man in this society, right? When you're in the corporate sector, in these jobs and shit, if you're straightforward and if you exhibit any form of masculinity or manhood, you fucking you're pigeonholed or terminated. Okay, so it brings upon a death. You see, but the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he didn't account for them that would not bow the knee to this fucking place, man. All right, he didn't account for the elect. It says in Romans 11:4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Okay, this 7,000 going into 7 is symbolic for completion. All right, going into 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe of the nation of Israel. Okay, first and foremost, and then the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay, that are not gonna fucking succumb to this place. All right, to the pretty much the gifts and the consolation, which is a wicked consolation, right? Because we have the real consoler. All right, the comforter, but we have denied that fucking this wicked reward, the desserts, the right, the forbidden apple. No, but hey, for real, these wicked fucking um, payoffs of this place, right? This to sell out for this fucking place, right? Sell out your fucking manhood for this place, right? That there were men that were not gonna succumb to this, all right, and that we're gonna come out of it first spiritually, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, because we move subtly out here, which means with subtlety, which is just the modern day way of saying that word subtlety. It's the same thing. Subtlety is the old English, old world way of saying subtlety. To be subtile is to be subtle, as sub subtlety is to subtlety. Okay, so we know how to maneuver as a serpentire, serpentile, and wily, in a righteous sense out here in the society. Okay, but nothing this motherfucker can give us, nothing he can do can deter us from our path in Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, allegiance to our power. All right. This is that word oppression in the online etymology. It says cruel or unjust use of power or authority. And when you go into the unjust ruler, all right, going into his perpetration of forced assimilation, right? Oppressing a man in his heritage. That's what that is. Forced assimilation. Okay, and it's right in the scriptures. You see, him being that unjust ruler uh, forces his way upon the people. Like it says, so the ruler is Um, so the king is, so are the people. Okay. And it says right here, down here, oppressing down. So oppression literally goes into being pressed down or suppressed. Okay. And it starts in the household, in the Israelite household. Okay. With him taking the man out the house. This is in this modern day setup, right? It's him and then with your mother, and some Israelites here in Babylon and around the world worse than others. Some households had it worse than others of their mothers suppressing their manhood even from a young age. All right, making them tone down themselves as a young man that's developing, that's supposed to develop into a warrior. Okay, because when it says gird up your loins like a man, it says it goes into a gabar, like a warrior, man. Okay, it starts with that. All right, and then it just translates as you go up into this man's learning institutions. Okay, and then going up into the corporate sector, the whole way suppressing the manhood of the man, primarily the Israelite man, man. And it's all for the purposes of conquering. All right, he did this, uh, and it has conquered. All right, our people to maintain his dominance. This is one of the main ways he's maintained that hegemony. Okay, this is in Mark 3:7. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Okay, that's exactly what we're going into in the scriptures, and this is prophetic for what this man has done. All right, but it was all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai as punishment. He allowed him. What does it say? This this man has been allowed to reign in the Most High's world. He that has been let, he that will letteth will let. Okay, until he be taken out of the way to us for a punishment and for a lesson. Okay, the greatest lesson. You see, but then the elect was not going to be conquered. You see, and that's ultimately the solution is to fucking to put off the ways of this place and to depart from this place. Okay, and go hard for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'll never forget a quote from a brother that said, the greatest flex on wickedness in this place and this hell is is to strive for righteousness for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And those are the things we know to do. Okay, staying constantly, staying in these waters, right? Because that's likened to therapy. All right, staying in these scriptures. Blessed is he that readeth. Okay, it's comfort and solace unto us. Okay, and then of course doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. These epistles, all right, these virtual epistles, and then of course charity, which these epistles are as well, but also monetary and other type of aid and charity. What is it called? Alms. Okay, which cover a multitude of sin and those things of righteousness, man. Okay, liken into departing from this fucking place. And it says here in Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, so this oppression is enough to drive a man insane. Is what that goes into. In the blue letter says a madman. Okay, to be mentally um, affected. All right, and that's what oppression brings on. Okay, it says to Salakia. It brings upon okay, meaning the action of weighing on someone's mind or spirits. Okay, that's what it brings upon. You see, it brings upon a madness, man. You see, let's see right here. Oppression, prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control, and it goes into this mental pressure or distress. Okay, it causes mental pressure or distress, which he says oppression maketh a wise man mad. It just told you oppression bringeth upon mental pressure and distress. Okay, this is in the American Psychological Association. Oppression is defined as discrimination against and or systematic denial of resources to members or of groups who are identified as inferior or less deserving than others. Oppression is most frequently experienced by individuals with marginalized social identities. There's no more of a marginalized uh, identity or group, a marginalized group, meaning a small group, the minority, than the elect, even by proxy, by uh, essence of it, the definition, even by the interpretation of that word, meaning a remnant, a small, minute number. Okay, and that marginalized group being the most oppressed, primarily the elect, right? We're being systematically, and this goes into the Israelites as a whole, but even more so the Israelite man, and even the one who seeks the Most High, the elect of the Israelite man. Okay, it says, um, so we're being systematically denied resources, of course, but it goes deeper. As an Israelite man, we're being systematically denied the ability to to practice our customs and our heritage, our laws. Okay, and it brings upon a madness, man. But the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have come out of that. All right, we have been made whole. We've been made new. We've been quickened. We've been made alive. All right, from this fucking death that is this society. All right, it says, and a and a gift destroyed the heart, and that's when the men of our society that have given in, which is primarily the most of them. Okay, well, 2/3 of the nation of Israel is twice as much as is 1/3. Okay, not to mention there's potentially some of the 1/3 even currently still ones that aren't sealed yet that are still up under this shit. Okay, being a fucking a weak individual in Esau society. Okay, being a fucking pushover. You know, these weak expressions, excuses for men that you see around here in this fucking place, man. All right. They have taken some form of a gift, okay? Whether it was that promotion, was that for that gig, for that okay, for that wicked ass woman, all right, for that family, for that picket fence, for a little bit of acceptance, all right, and acknowledgement, anything, right? For fucking fame, you see what they do for fame. See the gifts range, okay, but they destroy the heart, okay. But the elect have departed from that, all right, and that's the only solution, and that's a daily thing. This is a daily thing, okay, moment to moment, really, to depart away from fucking temptation and wickedness and unrighteousness that we're smacked with on a moment to moment basis, man. Every fucking where we turn, okay. Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. Okay. So we're to do this, okay, with every decision. It says bringing every thought into captivity under Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, under these laws, statutes, and commandments, under our heritage, okay, and customs, which really we can't fully practice here, right? Like I said, under penalty of death in multiple ways, and really up into death, actual fucking death. All right, but we have come out of that. Okay, we're likened unto, and rising and departing is also likened unto you, not physically leaving, but in the spirit. Okay, where our treasures lie. You see, okay, where our mind is. Okay, is where our heart, which is our heart, where our mind is that's where we're going to dwell. All right, that that eyes on the prize, so to speak. All right, this is in Matthew 19 and 29, and this is encouragement to fucking of the sacrifice, encouragement of the the purpose and the benefit of our sacrifice. Okay, to see that giving this place up and fucking which is of course our flesh, all right, this nasty fucking sin prone flesh has the desires, okay, of this world, even if it's, um to an extent of what you would think is, just what is owed to a man, what you think, right? Right, of giving that shit, giving it fucking up in this place, sacrificing it, all right, for the Most High, not just on the basis of what we're going to receive, all right, but just as off of going into our heritage, off of manhood, man. That's being a real fucking man. Not doing it because you're going to receive a award. Okay, all right, that's some disingenuous shit. Okay, that's not genuine. That's some disingenuous shit to do it just to get a fucking reward. No, we do it, and we're supposed to be doing it for allegiance to our power, out of duty of service to our heavenly Father, okay, to our Creator, which is our purposes, is to serve and give homage and worship and praise unto Him, okay, just for that, just for that. Like it says, He that doeth the will, and hey, it said not that we receive anything, that the Most High's will be done. And if His will be for me to receive that, well, by golly, the water Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, but this is an encouragement of the benefit of the sacrifice. All right, of what He's going to do anyway to His elect. This is what He's going to do for His elect. And what does it say? Especially if you sacrifice. Okay, what's to say of them that sacrifice? For example, the family being a goddamn family man here in Babylon, right? You're trying to heap a bunch of wives and children to yourself in a burning goddamn building. Like it says in Jeremiah 16:1. It says, raising them in a place where they will die a grievous death, which I guarantee you, and every brother with children, with wives and children, have said this that I know of, okay, as well as of what I've seen of brothers in the truth and out, right? That they will indeed, as it pertains to Jeremiah 16:1, suffer that grievous death. Okay, what first and foremost, that spiritual death, which this place is, right? Which is Sodom. This place, which is Sodom in Egypt, spiritually, where our Lord was crucified. All right, this is a spiritual death of the separation from our customs, our heritage, from our power, from a full homage to our power and service to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is what has been deprived here. Okay, and of course it's just a filthy, nasty, fucking demonic spirit in this place. Okay, but what's to say of the men that gave that shit up? All right, which we even have fleshly desires uh, to have just as a man. Okay, which is, as aforementioned, is one of those things that you motherfucker just and it kind of is. It's just the things that are owed to a man, and not owed. They nobody's owed a goddamn motherfucking thing. All right, but Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is owed everything. All right, all the homage, praise, and glory. You see, but what's to say of them that forsook these things in this life? Actively forsook that. I mean, not just a fucking some cuck in the corner or some incel that that can't pull bitches. I'm talking about men who actively denied and forsook a life here, okay, and that had it, and that and even to the point of having it um, uh, constantly offered to you, like it says in the scriptures that the elect was gonna, and the men of the Lord were gonna have to suffer that more temptation more than even the fucking layman. Prepare thy soul for temptation. It says, when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. Okay, Satan desired to have you, to sift you. Okay, so that's more the temptation and enticements to sin even comes hardcore more our way. Okay, so what's to say of the man that denied all that even more? It's like Apostle Gabar said. He said, "You don't think I could be shacked up with some hoe, or or have all a lineup, okay, or have the squad on deck?" But he actively denies that. Okay, it says in Matthew 19:29, finishing off, and every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Okay, and this is what coming back into allegiance to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai entails. All right, and to them, and only to them, to the 7,000 that he has reserved. Okay, his pre-reserved, as Apostle Reinmab goes into the the preserved, which is which is a compound word of pre-reserved, ones that were predestined. Okay, the celestial council. All right, and this was the whole journey, that the hero's story, that template for all the best fucking stories that have been written. All right, of the hero's journey. Okay, him coming back into his identity, the remembrance of self. That's the story of the elect. All right, a fucking epic, an epic story. All right, that's coming to fruition before our eyes, man. Okay, the the sons of the Most High that the whole world is waiting for the manifestation of ultimately. All right, that they have uh, come back into their ultimate manhood, man. And this place is in fucking trouble. The wicked, well, really, Slakia, this place is in for rejoicing, right? Is in for flourishing of righteousness and fucking prosperity now in the kingdom. But boy, is the wicked in trouble. All right, and the world as well, in punishment first, and then coming into that kainos, man. All right. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Most High will we be a part of that number. Adawan Ratazah. Call Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Shalom.